Hello everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Indian Treasure. In this video, we are going to review Oppo Reno 4 Pro smartphone and provide ratings for its features. Before that, please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon. The Reno series from Oppo has had some of the most gorgeous smartphones you will find over the past couple of years. From the shark fin pop-up camera design to the under-glass rear camera setup and exquisite glass finish, Oppo Reno phones pride themselves in being the best-looking, not just among phones in their own price segments, but those in high-end segments as well. The latest phone to join the rank is the Oppo Reno 4 Pro, which was just launched in India. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro, as the name suggests, is a successor to the Oppo Reno 3 Pro that was launched in India earlier this year. The newest Reno phone, as you may have guessed, touts a premium design language aided by a punch-hole curved AMOLED display and lightweight build. The mid-range phone also boasts of the Snapdragon 720G chipset, 48-megapixel quad cameras, and 65-watt fast charging support, among other things. Does the Reno 4 Pro impress us with these features at Indian rupees 34,990? We review it to find out. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro is yet another stunning addition to the series with an attractive AMOLED display, an exceptionally lightweight and sleek build. The phone may not offer the best-in-class processor, but it does come with a game-changing 65-watt fast charging technology that charges the phone in a flash. Like we said earlier, the Reno series has delivered some extremely good-looking phones in the past, and the Reno 4 Pro is yet another feather in Oppo's cap. The phone is a delight to hold as it is exceptionally lightweight and slim at just 161 grams and 7.7 millimeters, respectively. The lightweight build, of course, does not come without some sacrifices to build quality. The rear panel with its rough matte finish is not made of glass, but of a polymer resin, which is essentially made of plastic substances. The material used does feel plasticky when tapping the rear panel, but it is what makes the phone lightweight. The rough finish on the back does make the phone less slippery than typical matte finish phones. It won't register fingerprints or smudges, which is always a bonus. The rear panel comes in a gradient starry night color and an elegant silky white color, both of which look quite appealing. The 4 camera lenses on the back are vertically placed and of the same size and shape, which gives the phone a nice symmetry. The buttons on the side have a nice tactile feel, and there's an in-display fingerprint sensor as well. The bottom of the frame sees a USB Type-C port, headphone jack and a speaker grille, while the triple card tray is found on the top of the frame. Moving over to the front, and you see a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus of 2400 into 1080 pixels AMOLED curved display with a 29 aspect ratio and 92.01% screen-to-body ratio. There's a single punch hole cutout on the top left corner for the selfie camera. The phone comes with a 90Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 1100 nits. All of this translates into a stunning display with rich colors, deep blacks and excellent brightness levels. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro delivers good clarity and contrast while watching movies or shows in higher resolution on Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video and other streaming platforms. The viewing angles are great, and we had no trouble reading the screen under bright sunlight. You have the option to set the screen refresh rate at 90Hz, 60Hz or auto, which automatically switches between the two. The Reno 4 Pro offers a quad camera setup that includes a 48-megapixel Sony IMX586 primary sensor, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens, a 2-megapixel macro lens, and a 2-megapixel mono camera. Up front, the phone gets a 32-megapixel Sony IMX616 sensor. The camera app will be quite familiar if you've used an Oppo or Realme phone before. You can swipe between photo, video, night, portrait and more via the carousel at the bottom. Options like HDR, flash, chroma boost and filters are up top. Daylight photos from the main camera look quite attractive. There is plenty of detail to be found, highlights and shadows look good, and contrast is mostly on point. With HDR enabled, you can get some good-looking photos in tricky backlit conditions. We did notice some flare in the frame when the sun was out, which can sometimes ruin a good photo. The wide-angle lens changes the color tone to a cooler shade and tends to oversaturate greens and blues, which can sometimes look pretty good. The main camera can offer a nice background blur and close-up shots, and the AI can detect when you're going in for a macro photo. You can also use the dedicated macro camera as well to get really close to a subject, but details won't be quite as sharp. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro can offer more than just a regular night mode, but let's talk about that first. Night mode does well at times to improve the exposure and colors in low light scenes. But there were times when the algorithm would darken the image instead of brighten it up. Notably, the camera supports ultra dark mode as well, which kicks in automatically in extremely dark scenarios, and it does quite well indeed in brightening the image and adding color, although you have to have your hands extremely steady for a usable shot. Then there is something called night flare portrait mode that can offer an attractive bokeh shot at night provided there are lights in the scene behind you. The 32MP selfie camera can capture detailed and color-accurate selfies in daylight. We were not impressed with the selfie portrait mode as the edge detection was not clean. The selfie camera also supports night mode and ultra night mode as well, but they don't make selfies dramatically better in low light. The Reno 4 Pro gets some interesting options for videos as well, such as monochrome video, where you can choose between 3 color filters to highlight just red, blue or green in a video. You also get Ultra Steady and Ultra Steady Pro options that offer better stabilization while shooting videos. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro is powered by the new Snapdragon 720G chipset, paired with 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage. We were disappointed to see this chipset, considering the international variant of the Reno 4 Pro was launched with the more powerful and 5G-supported Snapdragon 765G chipset. That being said, the Snapdragon 720G is actually a decent mid-range processor that worked pretty smoothly during our review. The Snapdragon 720G is a fine chipset for day-to-day usage like messaging, social media browsing and opening web pages. Apps opened and closed swiftly, and we loved the smooth animation and traditions thanks to the 90Hz refresh rate. With 8GB of RAM on board, we also did not face any issue while multitasking and switching between apps. The phone is also able to run games like PUBG on HD plus high graphics and can even go up to ultra frame rate on lower graphics, which is great to see. During a 30-minute gameplay session, the phone ran smoothly with little to no lags or stutters. But what really impressed us most was how cool the phone remained during the entire session. The temperature of the phone did not rise at all, thanks to an internal multi-cooling system that uses a combination of graphite tube, graphite sheet and copper foil. Oppo Reno 4 Pro runs Android 10 with ColorOS 7.2 on top. The phone had received the July security patch. ColorOS 7.2 is a fairly easy software interface to use with features like an app drawer and system-wide dark mode available. It does come with some bloatware, including banned apps like Hello, which Oppo says will be removed via a software update. The user interface feels fast and smooth to use with 90Hz enabled. Swiping right on the home screen brings up Google Discover, and ColorOS also brings a lock screen magazine. Notably, Oppo has gone with Google's call and message apps instead of its own custom apps, something OnePlus has also done with the Nord and Realme with the X3 series. We see a pattern here, and it looks like these brands are trying to get closer to delivering a stock Android experience. That being said, the Reno 4 Pro does still come with Oppo's custom browser, music, weather and more such apps. We would have liked to see stereo speakers on the Reno 4 Pro given the pricing, but the single bottom firing speaker isn't too bad. Sound quality is pretty clear, although it does lack bass. The in-display fingerprint sensor and face unlock both performed well and were adequately fast. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro houses a 4000 mAh battery, which is pretty average sized compared to other phones available these days, many of which feature 4500 or 5000 mAh batteries. With 90Hz constantly enabled, the device will last until evening before you find yourself reaching for the charger. We managed to get around 4 to 5 hours of screen on time on the Reno 4 Pro. In our PC Mark test, the phone delivered 9 hours and 26 minutes, which is expected from a phone with a 4000 mAh battery. But you could overlook the average battery size on a phone that comes with a blazing fast 65-watt SuperVOOC 2.0 charging support. This is the fastest charging technology you can find on a phone right now, and it is capable of charging the Oppo Reno 4 Pro from 0 to 100% in just 35 minutes. The phone charges to 50% in just 13 minutes, which is fantastic. And yes, there is a 65-watt charger in the box. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro is yet another gorgeous addition to the series. The phone with its curved AMOLED display, extremely lightweight and slim build and the smooth matte back finish make it a delight to look at. Despite the use of plastic, the phone looks and feels premium, and it is possible to make that happen. The Reno 4 Pro also impresses with its stunning AMOLED display and blazing fast 65-watt fast charging speed. The smartphone also gets a decent set of cameras with tons of features to play around with. The only real concern is the use of the Snapdragon 720G chipset, which isn't the most powerful chipset you will find at this price point. In fact, you have phones like the Realme X3 Super Zoom with the Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset and the OnePlus Nord with the 5G-enabled Snapdragon 765G chipset that are available for much cheaper. The Reno 4 Pro performs admirably when it comes to gaming and day-to-day tasks, but the chipset may not hold up well in the long run. As for everything else, the Oppo Reno 4 Pro is as impressive as its rivals, if not more. Its pros are attractive design, blazing fast 65-watt charging, stunning AMOLED display. And cons are not the best chipset for its price, average macro camera, and no stereo speakers. So a rating for this smartphone is 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching this video, so please leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you didn't subscribe our channel, then without forgetting please subscribe our channel to get more regular updates. Please don't forget to hit the like button. If you liked this video then please share it to your friends, family and neighbors. Thank you so much. We will see again in next video. Myself, Michael.